Hey guys, it's Kevin. Today we're going to use Midjourney and ChatGPT and over Montport laser engraver to make a laser engraving ready images. We're going to analyze the prompts and I'll show you the variations and how it works, and so you can make your own. At first, we go to midjourney.com and we sign up and then sign in. You can see I already generated some images for me to cut it and sell it. The beauty about those is you have full control how it works, and also you don't have to deal with the copyright thing, and it's better than you grab something from internet. Furthermore, if you really like some images, you want to see other similar image made by other people, just click this class and you can see how other people make it. So you can make your own, and or you can just re-upload it to the server and say, make me a similar one. To generate image, click this icon on the bottom and say, go to Discord. In the Discord, you can just go to any of those newbie channels and start writing commands. However, if you want to be quieter, you can create your own channel and invite the Midjourney bot over. Here we give a command /imagine, and then just you can type whatever you want to imagine. And you can see I also created my own channel. Then I invited the bot over, so it'll just be between me and the bot, so I don't see other people's stuff. Other people don't see my stuff. It's quieter. You can do both ways. So here I say imagine, and say you can imagine and prompt. As I imagine a girl with pretty long hair looking away. Hit return, and you can see the Midjourney bot accepted the task. Congratulations, you just got your first AI generate image. However, those images are not for woodcutting. I'll post the link to my blog in the description, and when you go to my blog, you can copy this prompt and replace what you want to see and with what background and what color do you want. Do you want a monochrome or you want black and white? And just copy and replace the thing. So we copy it and we paste into Midjourney and we replace. We want to see a girl looking away with long hair and in a white background, and we want to monochrome. Here it is, still in a wood engraving quality. It gives us 4 pictures as a choice, and for example, if we want U1 to be better, we can click U1, or if we want a variation of number 1, and click V1 variation number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4 pictures. So we'll just click V1, and it's going to generate 4 different images, vary a little bit. And we pick which one we like. We really like number 2. So we click U2, that means upscale 2. So we get a better image of the second image, so we can just put it in our wood engraving machine. Also, you can save as favorite and just click the heart, and it's going to show up in your Midjourney, and you can see what other people the stuff if you want to incorporate more ideas. You can use my code all day long. However, if you really want to understand how to write your own, and we go back to the blog, they're going to see a cheat sheet. I use the prompt you just copied as example and to dissect it. So what you want to see is this idea that a girl with long hair, that's not a great description, and we're going to use a ChatGPT to boost up this part. And then is what kind of background. We want to isolate the body, negative space, and we just put a design in the frame. Okay, and the reason is sometimes you only get half of a person, like cut off. So you, for example, you get most of face but get cut off. So that's why you want to emphasize isolated body and a negative space. And then you're going to put a style will be the woodcut engraving, and here's the color palettes we put it in, And I emphasize background, white background is because somehow it doesn't lessen it too much. So sometimes you have to ask like multiple times. And the wide angle lens is another way to let it to give you overview rather than zoom in. And here will be the art type, art style, and how you position the camera. And those we're going to get from GPT, okay? In this cheat sheet, I already gave you some example of the art types, art styles, cameras that you can throw it in to feed a GPT to give you a better result. Here I list the options you can use. For example, AR is the aspect ratio. If you have a 6x4 wood board, you want this to be 3:2, which is a landscape, or 2:3 portrait. So that will going to fit what kind of wood you have. And /C is the chaos, how you want to vary the grid. And no is negative or prompt. Here I said, do not give me canvas because it's wood cutting. I don't want canvas. I don't want to give arch. I don't want to be inside the border. I don't want to be copyrighted, and no frame, no letters, no text, no words, whatever you want to put in, just say no, okay? And the quality of the picture, actually this should be 1. 2 is the previous version, so just put the quality be 1. And the seed is the random seed. You need to give a seed to let it generate a random. And stop, and you don't need a stop normally. And the style, and here I set as 1000. I default 100. The range will be from 0 to 1000. How strong that those styles you mention here is going to influence the final result. Put at 1000. So my style, which I gave here, is going to give a really strong influence. You can do /tile, which you want to have a repeated pattern. You can do app beta and app enemy, creative, which I have more varied. And the version here, the version switch is I set to 5, which is their best version, in my opinion. And you can do a short video /set video, okay? That's all the options you can use here. You're at the second level of Midjourney, which is you know how to ask and what you're asking. You can go here, just substitute the words, those art type, art style, camera. You can decide what's the proportion, what's the ratio, and how random it is. You are on level 2 now, so you can go and explore. Now we're on level 3. On level 3, we want a ChatGPT to fill in those for you. For example, a beautiful girl. I don't really know how to describe a beautiful girl. And so I sign up for ChatGPT. Let me start a new chat. And I select GPT-4, okay, which is the model you need to use. And for example, if I said describe what a beautiful girl look like. Okay, so here's ChatGPT tell you what you're going to ask is a symmetrical face, clear skin, expressive eyes, a genuine smile, so on and so forth. Okay. However, you have to train the ChatGPT to write your script. And here I give you an example of a training script. It's basically tell the ChatGPT what the role is. I said as a prompt engineer, you have to do this, you have to do this, and you have to do this. I already added all the styles, the influence artists, everything in there. And you can just copy and paste into the ChatGPT and replace this what you want to see. And you can see ChatGPT wrote a script for us. And we can just copy and we're ready for Midjourney. Imagine those. Okay, return. And waited to run 100%. And from those 4 pictures, the 4th one looked good. Okay, I really like that one. And the second one looked pretty good too. So I'll upscale the second one U2. And also I'm going to vary the second one, V2. So here's U2 that I can save. And the version of the second picture, they all turn out to be better than the one I just saved. Yeah, I really like number 3. So I'll upscale number 3 and use that one for cutting. I really like the expression, and I think I just like the eye. I really like the others, I'll just go upscale all of them so I can decide later which one you guys think is the best. So fire off over Lightburn and just drop the picture on the Lightburn and resize it and click Tools, and we're going to enhance the picture a little bit. I use Dither for this one. I just feel like it's more suitable for this image. You can use grayscale, whatever you want. And pull off over material test and make sure we pick the correct setting. Just make sure that we use a frame to make sure it's inside the frame and we're ready to burn. And how about that? I hope you follow this video and went through all 3 levels so you can freely design whatever you want to do, so you don't have to buy any patterns and just enjoy. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Visit us at www.bchtechnology.com or locally at Greensboro, North Carolina. Cheers.